Japan is on high alert for a possible catastrophic magnitude 9 earthquake after a swarm of earthquakes, the biggest being 7.1 yet recently, and is basically in the south part of Japan, not far from South Korea. I'm sure that South Korea was also rattled by this 7.1 earthquake. So an update just moments ago. In Japan, they're on the alert for possible Megaquake, and people's phones are being warned as well. Bullet train service in the country has apparently been disrupted by this quake. The Shinkansen bullet train made an emergency stop before receiving the earthquake warning notification on mobile phone, and that's reassuring. Japan issued the first ever warning for a megaquake off the country's Pacific coast following Tuesday's magnitude 7.1 earthquake near the southern island of Kyushu. Obviously, the geologists believe that this is just a foreshock of a bigger earthquake. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida canceled a trip to Central Asia Friday following yesterday's quake warning, and that does not necessarily mean a massive quake is imminent, but instead, the probability was higher than average. The Japan Meteorological Agency issued a megaquake advisory Thursday, warning that if a major earthquake were to occur in the future, strong shaking and large tsunamis would be generated. In addition, the likelihood of a new major earthquake is higher than normal, but this is not an indication that a major earthquake will definitely occur during a specific time period. The above advisory was posted overnight after a 7.1 magnitude quake rattled the southern island of Kyushu, which reportedly caused no major damage. The megaquake is known as the Nankai Trough and could trigger more damage than the Fukushima quake that took place in 2011. The area where the Philippine sea plate subducts underneath the Eurasian continental plate experiences tremors every 100 to 150 year cycles. The BBC News cited government experts forecasted a 70% to 80% chance of a megaquake measuring magnitude 8 or 9 in the next 3 decades. The worst case scenario suggests several 100,000 people could be victims to this, with economic damages exceeding $13 trillion. The history of the great earthquake at Nankai is conceivably scary, geologists Kyle Bradley and Judith Hubbard wrote in their Earthquake Insight newsletter, adding there was no need for immediate panic. Bradley and Hubbard wrote that there is only a small probability that Thursday's magnitude 7.1 was a foreshock, noting one of the challenges is that even when the risk of a second earthquake is elevated, it is still always low. Meanwhile, megaquake threats surge in media headlines around the time of Kishida's ultra-low approval ratings and face challenges to his leadership in a ruling party presidential election next month. Any major quake disaster in Japan would immediately end the Bank of Japan's interest rate hiking cycle. The Bank of Japan recently raised borrowing costs for the first time since 2007, which sparked the unwinding of the popular dollar-yen carry trade, resulting in shockwaves across financial assets worldwide. This is by Zero Hedge, and also I'll leave you a link to the USGS Saswell Berkeley concerning this earthquake. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.